Greetings, Vanguard fan. Today, we're going to talk about what would happen if Vanguard created a game that followed the Pokemon formula. And if you're a Pokemon fan as well, you probably know who I'm trying to copy with that introduction. Let's get into it. So Pokemon is a pretty popular game series, and it's also my childhood, so I think it would be fun if we combine Vanguard and Pokemon together to make something new, you know? Because of the recent Pokemon review where we're gonna have remakes of Sinnoh, that's gonna be the game that I'm gonna try to recreate with the Vanguard skin. The main card pool I'm gonna use for this recreation will be from the V Premium, because Premium, it's a little too big, and Overdress, we barely seen like 5-6 card. So we're going to use V Premium as our basis. So when I was talking about the Pokemon formula, it's basically travel around a region, collect all the badges, and then challenge the Elite Four and the champion to become the champion yourself. And along the way, battle a evil organization. So of course, for Sinnoh region, we have the typical 8 gym leader, Elite Four, and Cynthia as our champion. But then we also have Team Galactic with their boss Cyrus. Story-wise, it will basically be the same, but instead of Pokemon battling, you'll have a Vanguard fight. It'll get really annoying, especially when there's an area with like teeny tiny fight all over the place, such as like when you invade the Team Galactic headquarters. All of those grunt have like what, 1 to 2 Pokemon? But if you translate it using my rule, it's like you have to fight them every single time. So to make it easier and less tedious, let's have the opponent have to deal 6 damage to us to win, because in Pokemon, we probably have 6 Pokemon and they have to beat all of our Pokemon in order to win, while they only have 1, 2, maybe 3 Pokemon. So that's how many damage we could do to them in order to win. For example, if the trainer only have 2 Pokemon, you just have to deal 2 damage to them in order to win. Easy. But then of course, for big important character, even if they have less than 6 Pokemon, you still have to deal the full 6 damage because they're important character. No duh. But by now you probably be thinking, what do we have to use to replace the starter Pokemon? And we have a starter deck for a reason. So for Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup, we'll replace it with 3 of our starter deck. And what trio of starter deck that come together? It's gonna be Asha, Chronojet, and Altmile in that order to replace the Pokemon. So Asha is the equivalent of Turtwig, Chronojet is the equivalent of Infernape, and Altmile is the equivalent of Piplup. Don't ask me why, because Asha is Turtwig, obviously, because it's grass, plant, whatever. Altmile and Piplup, the only correlation they have is that they're blue. And then Chronojet go with Chimchar. I don't know. That's the only thing that makes sense. Doesn't really matter, because all decks are the same. All decks are the same.
Are you fucking dumb?
So, like Pokemon game, you don't have to use the starter, but it's nice to have early in the game until you get something that you want to replace it with. So in our case, Chronojet, Asha, and Altmile will be your starter until you're able to get new decks from clan that you like. Also, on that point, this will be clan based instead of nation based, because like I said earlier, Overdress is still a new thing, so we don't have enough bosses to get to everybody. How do you get new cards in the game? So we will transform the Pokemark into a regular mark where they will sell traveling supplies as well as booster box and booster set. And maybe other start decks too if the clan that you want to play have those. Okay, I thought of this idea where it'll be similar to Vanguard Zero, where you basically play gacha and pull it, but that's a terrible idea. They should sell a set like how they do in real life, where My Glorious Justice and Team Q4, and so on and so forth. That way you can pull the stuff and get what you want. Or one of the options that they could have is to sell you, what are those things called? Clan split. They can sell you clan split for base rarity, what we do in real life. But those will be pricier because it'll give you a set of what you want. So of course that will incentivize you to buy booster if you play more than one of the clan that's in the same booster, which is good. And then if the Pokemon market turn into a regular market, what does the Pokemon Center turn into? Just a regular center. That will be placed. So if the Pokemon market turn into a regular market and the Pokemon Center, so if the Pokemon market turn into a regular market, the Pokemon Center will obviously turn into a regular center. But what do you do there if you don't have any Pokemon to heal? You're playing with card. You don't need to heal those things. So what you can do is have the center as like a checkpoint for each time you go into a new city. That way you can travel through train or plane or blimp or other transportation vehicle. Hot air balloon is my choice, to go to previous city or towns that you already visit, or even location that's not city or town but have a Pokemon Center. Okay, that's all for like the story structure. So let's go into what every important character and probably the deck that they'll play. Now let's forget how meta the deck should be in real life and just have fun with it. So all I care about is aesthetic in this case, and how well the card fit into the type that the gym leader will use, gym leader or other important character. And if one of the person doesn't use a specific type, such as Cynthia, I will have their ace as the main aesthetic that I'm going for. So of course, if you choose one of the starter deck, the other will go to Barry, your rival, or Lucas or Don, the professor assistants. Since Asha's Turtwig, Chronojet is Chimchar, and Altmile is Piplup, it will still follow the same trio triangle. So Asha will be good against Altmile, and Altmile will be good against Chronojet, and Chronojet will be good against Asha. But of course that's not true, as we established, but it's just there for formality's sake. So moving on, the first gym leader, Rorke, he is a rock type, and his main Pokemon is Cranidos. So a dinosaur, probably somewhere as a Tachikaze. But okay, I didn't want to use meta for this, but it fits so well that Rorke should use Gaia, because Gaia is the dinosaur, kind of rock shaped, and Rorke is the first gym leader, so technically he's the weakest. So Gaia is pretty weak, so let's have him be the main card for Rorke. Next up is Gardenia, and a special thing about her is, sure, her ace is a Roserade, but the thing is, she is one of the first gym leader, if I remember correctly, that used a starter Pokemon in her team, which is Turtwig. So I decided that she will also use Asha, but at this point you'll still use the Asha that's in the starter deck, while she will have the upgraded Asha, and she will be the one that gave you the upgraded Asha once you beat her. I'm following, instead of following Diamond and Pearl, I'm following Platinum, so the third gym leader will be Fantina instead of Maylene. For Fantina, her main Pokemon is Magnesius. Probably pronouncing that wrong. Magnesius? Magdrevius? No, that's the pre-evolve. Her main Pokemon is Magnesium. A ghost type, so somewhere in Dark Zone. Dark State. Fantina come off to me as a very gothic character, so maybe somebody that also fit the gothic theme. And Best Vampire Boy Shaharat fit that perfectly. So Shaharat will be her main. Oh my god, imagine having to play Shaharat that early in the game. You'll get your ass beaten. God damn. But we're not talking about meta here, so you don't have to worry about that. Every deck is the same. Maylene, she specializes in fighting type. Her main is Lucario. So I have a hard time thinking of something for Maylene, but then I remember her main type. Wait. Her main ace is a Lucario, which is a fighting and a steel type. Steel and fighting. And I remember the robots from Nova Grappler. And what's one robot that have fighting? Or at least a fist? God Hand Dragon. God Hand Dragon. God Hand Dragon. I was about to break my rule and go to premium to let her have the Big Bang Knuckle Dragon from Narukami in the Legion era, but I was like, wait, we have God Hand Dragon. We have a fighting type as well. So that's what she's gonna use. And then from Veilstone, we're gonna go down to Pastoria to meet Crash Awake, and he used water type, which should be simple enough. It's Bermuda Triangle. Fucking kidding with you. Hate Bermuda Triangle. They're nowhere on the list, so if you were looking for that, click exit now. We have a better water type, and that's Aqua Force. Aqua Force? Aqua Force. Still don't know which one I prefer. Anyway, we're gonna use Aqua Force, and there isn't much I can say for him because I don't know him that well, so I'm just gonna give him Revon and move on. Now, after Crush Awake, you will get the Surf. Oh shoot, Auto Traveling HM. After Crush Awake, you'll get a ticket in order to use Speedboat. There you go. You will travel to Canalave? Canalave? Yeah, you'll travel to Canalave City, do all your shenanigans there, and meet Byron. Byron specializes in Steel type, so some kind of robots, preferably not Nova Grappler, since we already gave that to Maylene. So I'm looking at Dimension Police, and I remember his main ace is a Bastiodon, which is supposedly supposed to look like a shield, so lots of defense. And the one card in Dimension Police that gives defense to something that's not supposed to have defense is Dieliner. So that will be the ace for Byron. Also, I try to give as much different clan to different gym leader instead of just, you know, pick different deck in the same clan to them. We're doing great so far. And from Canalave, all shenanigans happen in between them, and you have to go up to Snow Point Temple and try to find Candace. Ice type. It's a little difficult since we don't have an ice theme deck yet. I want my ice theme deck, preferably in Storkea, but if it's in Brandgate, I wouldn't mind either because that makes sense. But anyway, Candace is the ice type gym leader. This is the first time you're gonna see that the main card of the gym leader is not a VR level card. Instead, it's a triple R, but it should be a VR, and that's Shariyuki. She will build a deck with Shariyuki, both Shariyuki, the one from way back then that's still used now, and the one that we just got in clan selection, and she will beat ass. So after you beat Candace and Shariyuki, more shenanigans happen in between, and at this point you probably have to invade the Galactic headquarters, but for the sake of structure, we're gonna go straight to Sunny Shore City and challenge Volkner to make sense for you. After that, we're gonna talk about Team Galactic. So Volkner, one of the hottest gym leader, electric type. So you know, we're gonna jump into Narukami somewhere, and I was in between Gauntlet Buster or Vanquisher. Either or, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna give him Vanquisher just because. I hate Gauntlet Buster. Yeah, Volkner will have Vanquisher as his main card, and that's all 8 of the gym leader. So at this point, you will have to beat Team Galactic a couple of times. I'm not gonna go over their admin because they don't matter. The main person that matter is Cyrus, but the whole of Team Galactic is what matter. So Team Galactic is very outer space inspired. So the other one of the clan that we have that's very outer space inspired is obviously the Link Joker, and I think that's a good fit for Team Galactic to play as a whole. At the grunt level, they're gonna play the deck with commons, rare. The admin will have double, triple R, and triple R, and they will play other VR. But Cyrus will have access to all the card pool in Link Joker, and his ace will be Messiah because he thought of himself as the savior. So what better card is there to play than Harmonic Messiah? Harmonic? What's the other and the other Messiah that we have? I forgot what card that is. So that will be the clan that Team Galactic used, Link Joker. So you would beat all the 8 gym leader, and then you will beat Team Galactic. Moving on to the Elite Four and Champion Cynthia. The first Elite Four you're gonna face is Aaron, who used Bug type, and it's not very clear what his main card is. It's not very clear what his main Pokemon is, but most people see Vespiquen as his main Pokemon, and Bug type, Queen, we gotta give him Ghidorah, obviously. After Aaron, there's Bertha. She's a ground type. The closest thing we have to ground type is Tachikaze, and I don't want to give her dinosaurs, so I look around more, and Oracle Think Tank really give a very grounded so I get the ground type vibe from it. So Birth and it's old too. It's a very old vibe to Oracle Think Tank, and Bertha is also old. So I'm gonna give her Oracle Think Tank, and the main ace that I'm gonna give her Promise Daughter. I don't know how to explain it, but I think Promise Daughter fit her better than Hexagonal Magus, Susano even. I don't know. It just Promise Daughter fit her well for some reason. If you have a better choice for Bertha, let me know. Question of the day: what Vanguard deck would Bertha play? Moving on. Flint, the Fire Elite Four. Fire, so obviously somewhere in Kagero. I would give him Overlord, but to be honest, I don't like Overlord, so I'm gonna give him Blade Master. Just for funsy. I don't care if Overlord is better than Blade Master, I'm giving him Blade Master. And lastly, there's Lucian. Lucian, Psychic. I've been saving Pale Moon up specifically for him, and I've been saving my boy Harry for him. If you notice, 2 of my favorite clan, Mega Colony and Pale Moon, just happen to be in the Elite Four. There's obviously no bias at all. It's just me and my opinion.
He fucked me with a toothbrush!
And finally, we're here to talk about Cynthia. She was a little difficult to choose because she doesn't play a specific type, but her ace is Garchomp. People might wonder why at the beginning I didn't give Rorke Anger Blader, because I've been saving Anger Blader for Cynthia, and obviously she deserved it more than Rorke. Anger Blader is both a very grounded type, and it actually looks similar to Anger Blader fit Cynthia very well because it's very powerful and it could beat you out of nowhere. But like I said earlier, of course there are better decks out there right now for V Premium that is better than Anger Blader, but I don't care. We're not talking about meta right now. So Cynthia will get Anger Blader. Whew. That's the end of the video. I couldn't think of anything else to talk about, so let's end it here. We could have talked about the frontier. We could have talked about the battle frontier and all of the frontier brains. Don't really care. Yeah, if Vanguard have a game that followed the Pokemon formula like this, I think that would be pretty cool. But of course, people would figure out that it followed the Pokemon formula. But honestly, in my opinion, I think it's better than the Vanguard game that we have, the Vanguard EX, because Vanguard EX, you don't really travel around. It's just a series of talking and battling. It's basically a graphic novel. But yeah, one of the reasons why I made this video is that I'm pretty excited for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I don't care what people think about it. I'm just excited to have a new Pokemon game, especially Legend of Arceus. Legend of Arceus. I think that's a pretty cool concept. No matter how much I hate prequel, it's Pokemon, so I gotta play it. I'm probably gonna do some kind of video for the other region. Like, of course I'm not gonna repeat what I says about story-wise, so maybe I'll just do a list of the gym leader and what decks I think they're gonna play, but then I'm probably gonna open it up to premium because that's a much bigger card pool and for a lot more people. But that's besides the point. Tell me if you guys want to see that, and I'll definitely see what I can do. But that's all I have for today. Please like, subscribe, and comment below what you like about the video or what you don't like. I hope you're just excited about the new Pokemon game as I do, and I'm also excited for the pirates that we're gonna get for Stortkea. Very hyped since I'm gonna be playing Stortkea as my main in that deck. Oh, once again, please like, subscribe, and comment. Take care of yourself, and I'll be seeing you real soon, my love.